You've just finished putting together your dream PC. The components are seated, the RGB is glowing, and it boots up perfectly. But then you get to the desktop and see it staring right at you, the Activate Windows watermark in the bottom corner. This diagram shows what Microsoft actually locks down. On the left column, you lose the ability to change your wallpaper, customize your taskbar, or pick a dark theme. But on the right side, core performance remains completely intact, delivering full frame rates and security updates. So you're left with a frustrating choice. Stare at a watermark on the machine you just spent hours building, or open your wallet again just to unlock basic cosmetic features. Microsoft asks for $139 for Windows 11 Home and $199 for Pro. Handing over another $200 right after you've emptied your budget on a graphics card feels like an unfair tax. For a long time, builders assumed there were only two ways out of this: pay that steep retail price or dig into the sketchy world of piracy. The reality is you have three distinct options: the full-price official route, cheap gray market keys, and a $0 script. Figuring out which one makes sense comes down to measuring the upfront cost against the hardware limitations and legal rules you're willing to accept. Let's look at the options where money actually changes hands, starting with the traditional route. If you buy directly from the Microsoft Store, you pay full retail price and instantly get a compliant, permanent digital license. The main reason to do this is transferability. When you eventually build a new PC, you can legally take this license with you. But if you watch PC build guides online, you've seen the heavily sponsored alternative: third-party sites selling keys for under $20. These sites are usually selling OEM keys. That stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer. Companies like Dell and HP buy these licenses in massive quantities at a steep discount to put on their pre-built systems. When those companies have extra licenses lying around, they leak into the gray market, where standard consumers buy them up. This matrix breaks down the trade-off. OEM keys save you over $100 up front, but permanently lock to your first motherboard. They cannot be transferred. Using them also violates Microsoft's rules, introducing a slight risk they could deactivate your key down the road. You keep an extra $100 in your pocket today, but you give up the right to move that software to your next motherboard. Then there's the option that bypasses the marketplace entirely: a free open-source script. The most popular tool uses a method called hardware ID activation, or HWID. The code effectively tricks Microsoft's authentication servers into thinking your specific hardware already owns a genuine digital license. This functions as a one-time hardware tie. If you wipe your drive and reinstall Windows later, it will automatically reactivate online without any background software needing to stay active. The process takes under a minute. You open PowerShell as an administrator, paste in a single command, and let the script run. But the security risks here are real. If you download a fake version of this script from a random forum instead of the official GitHub, you hand administrator-level access to malware. This method also completely ignores Microsoft's terms of service. Let's update the chart with this free script. The price is $0, and it survives a clean install. But it fails on compliance and introduces a high malware MISC if you grab the wrong file. Bypassing the paywall completely means you have to be comfortable breaking the rules and taking full responsibility for verifying the code you run. With the data laid out, the choice depends entirely on how you actually use your machine. Your decision really depends on how you plan to interact with your specific PC over time. A business running an office network has a completely different tolerance for risk than someone building their first budget gaming rig. You have to weigh your budget constraints and your comfort with technical workarounds against the need for strict software compliance. To figure out your method, look at what you plan to do with your hardware over the next 5 years. This flowchart maps it out. The first question is simple: do you plan to swap out your motherboard frequently? If the answer is yes, or you're building a professional workstation, buy the official retail key. You need that transferable license. If you keep your hardware for years, ask yourself the next question: are you comfortable running open source code and violating the terms of service? If you are a tech-savvy optimizer who double-checks GitHub sources, use the free script and bypass the marketplace entirely. If you just want a standard set-it-and-forget-it activation without running code, grab a cheap OEM key. By matching the method to your actual upgrade habits, you stop paying an unnecessary tax on your operating system and keep your budget focused on hardware that actually speeds up your PC.